Hello, you guys. This is Erica with Tilly Tink Tink Travel Company. This week's blog is how I pay my bills using other people's money. And no, this is not welfare. And yes, it is 100% legal. When I was growing up, I had a lot of beliefs regarding money that have since changed. As a young child, I was told many times money is the root of all evil, money doesn't grow on trees, you cannot afford this. However, I have since learned something completely different. In John, he says, I came that you may have life and have it more abundantly. And there are many aspects to abundance. It's not just financial abundance, there are other things that go in with that. However, this week I'm going to touch on the financial aspect of abundance. And I created this little picture. You can download it off of my blog and you can print it out, hang it up, and it just is inspiration for you for your own financial journey. I recently had a conversation with a friend, and we were talking about this exact subject. And she says, well, Jesus was poor. And my 9-year old nugget right there beside me, he chimes in and he says, the wise man brought baby Jesus gold. He was the richest baby in Bethlehem. And I just kind of laughed, and so did she. And we really, out of the mouth of babes, could not argue with that because there are different times in Jesus's life that I believe prove he was not necessarily poor. And I talk more about that in the resources that I provide with my blog, and you will be able to access that from the link in the description if that's something that you would like to learn more about. Now, the top 3 ways other people pay my bills, I'm going to touch on those just briefly, and you'll be able to read more about that and to have access to the same resources that I use to be able to do this on a daily basis in the blog. And so the first thing I do is my car payment. Yeah, I buy and sell vehicles to make my car payments. Now, I don't own a car lot. I don't, it's not something big and major that I do. It's something that I do on a more personal level. We find vehicles, we fix whatever needs to be repaired, and then we sell them at a very low price to people who really and truly need a vehicle for their family. And it has allowed us to be able to use the profits to pay our car payments. And it's a very simple concept. It is a concept that can be applied to absolutely anything. It can be applied to clothing, to jewelry, to purses. I mean, just anything that you are familiar with, you can apply this concept. Now, if you want more information, if you want to have access to the resource that I use to allow me to be successful by doing this, buying and selling items to pay for items that I currently own and bills that I currently have, click over to that blog link and you will be able to have access to the same resources that I use. The next thing is my tax refund. No one is going to care about your money the way you do. Nobody's going to care about it. Nobody is going to take the time and go through exactly what I need to do personally, especially whenever it comes to my taxes. Now, don't get me wrong, I have wonderful tax professionals. Absolutely love each and every one of them. They are awesome. But at the end of the day, that's just the way it goes. No one's going to care about my money the way I do. And so I take responsibility for learning what all I can deduct on my taxes. And I have provided a resource link for you to be able to do the same thing for your tax refund. And my tax refund, I use that to turn and invest again and again and again every year. And I provide resources for you to be able to learn how to do that successfully as well, just like I've been able to do. And finally, my vacations. I own Tilly Tink Tink is a travel company. And even though I'm talking about financial education today, that is because of the financial education that I have and the resources that I use that I share with you. I am able to promote my vacations to pay for my own, and I'm able to be successful with that. And essentially, all I do is I go on vacation, I take some pictures, and I promote those vacations. And the company that I use pays me whenever someone goes on a vacation as well. And if you are interested in seeing how I do this and learning more and just following me, there is a link in the description for you to read my blog and to follow me there. Also, I will leave you a link for my Facebook page. I go live every Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on facebook.com/TillyTinkTink. And that is actually, as I'm recording this, that is actually going to be tonight. And so I look forward to seeing you all there, and you can message me there. I look forward to hearing from you. And I really and truly hope that this blog inspires you, and I hope that you are able to take what you have learned and find ways on your own and for yourself to be able to pay your bills simply by using other people's money. It's a very simple concept, and it's very funny how we automatically believe that that's welfare. And if anybody owns a business in any way, shape, or form, I mean, that's how Walmart pays their bills. That's how all these big companies pay their bills, is with other people's money. And it's a very simple concept. And a lot of times we forget that we can use that concept for ourselves. So I wish you luck with that. I hope you learned from the information that I provide you. I encourage you to access the free download. I encourage you to access the full list of resources that I've provided for you. And I wish you the very best of luck. God bless.